Hello guys, do you hear me? Just type in S in the YouTube comment section. So I would like to welcome you all. So, hi Pavitran, hi Sagnik, hi Saif, Vani. There are a lot of people. Yeah, it's really great uh, to host this session. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. I mean that the clock has just turned 2:30 here in Germany, and yes, 6 in India. Let's just wait for a few more people to join. We often tend to check our calendars. I mean, like as an Indian, I myself know the fact that we don't look at our calendars very often. So let's give people some time. Let's give them some time, and thanks for the response, guys. Sagnik, Justin, Pavitran, Vamsi, Rajat, Sai, Shiva Prasad. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. As I said, let's wait for I'll say just a couple more minutes and then we start rolling. Yeah, Saif, the situation is getting better here in Germany. It's getting better now. Yeah. So yeah, now we have 46 people online. Okay, cool. Let me start. So first, I would like to thank the team of TechTable. I mean, like I would like to thank Rakesh Roshan and his fellow teammates who invited me to host this webinar. And I really feel uh, proud and energetic amidst the corona situation. Believe me, no matter what, we can get through this difficult period. So all we need to focus is what next. So chin up, guys. Let's roll. I mean, like we are capable of doing a lot more than we do now. So before going into the topic, I would like to introduce myself in a short note. So as you have seen, I am Vijay Pravin Maharajan. I live in Germany. So I'm working as a data analytics expert with Siemens Germany. And as you have seen in the picture, I have given a TED talk recently, and I have got a couple of awards and so on. So yeah, the thing is, I am from a middle class Indian family. My dad is a police, and my mom is a teacher. The thing is, I did my bachelor's in electronics engineering. So after doing my bachelor's, I again went on to do my master's from Technical University of Munich, which is in Germany. So I again did the master's in electronics. So what is this guy doing from an electronics background to data science? So I'll answer these questions to you in a while. So this is where I thought let's make it a sort of a Q&A session where the tech table were kind enough in collecting a lot of questionnaires. I hope you had a lot of questions to me, and I hope I'll reply to those questions one by one. So yeah, that's in short about me. And as you see, you can always follow me on LinkedIn or any social media platforms. You can find me under the same name, Vijay Pravin Maharajan. So yes, so the topic for today or the topic for the session is data science career opportunities after COVID-19. So remember, right now we are in a dire situation. So we are right now looking for to survival. I mean, that is the first common instinct at the moment. within ourselves. So what next? I mean, what next after this COVID? So first, before starting into the session, I would like to say please stay at home, take care of your health, and follow the regulations and rules and regulations which are imposed by the local government. No matter where you are, just please stay safe because life is more important than your jobs and other things. Right. So let's see. Let's look into data science as such as a topic. So I'll brief a little bit about data science before going into this session. So data science is, as you know, it's everywhere. It is considered as the new oil, and no matter what the industries is, be it pharmaceutical, be it retail industry or any industry, you can always dig into the data. You can always do more. So as a data scientist or a data science opportunist or aspirant, what you can do once the corona situation settles down. So this is what we are going to talk about today, and I'll share a couple of slides, and then I'll also go through the questions that were sent to me. So thank you for sending in a lot of queries. It was really overwhelming. I'll share you the number of questions that we received. So yes, as a data scientist, if you are a programmer, it is easy for you. I mean, you can look at Python, you can jump into R language, you can do SQL, or if you have any visualization needs, you can always use Tableau, which is really good. So these are the four main stuffs that you can make a note of if you are a good coder, if you are into coding. That is one thing. And for non-programmers, okay, let's say if I'm really bad at coding, I suck at coding, then what are the options in data science? So options like Rapid Miner, for instance, Data Robot, Nime is really user friendly as well, and IBM Watson Studio. These are all the softwares that you can always make a note of. Then, then just going back to the questions. So, as I said, I received a lot of questions. To be honest, I received hell a lot of questions from you guys. I mean, the tech table team was really kind and they helped me organize these questions. I mean, like if you look at the screen, there you can see a lot of questions. It's over 200, closing in on in 250, I guess. So I'll prepare it one by one. I'll break it down into individual questions, and I hope by the end of the session you will be having an idea of what it is and what should be done. So just a second. The first question that I got here was regarding, will there be an overflow of data science after COVID? For sure, yes. I mean, once the situation settles down, there will be a lot of opportunities that will be on offering. So you should be in a position to fill those shoes. So just make sure that you build a profile. You build a solid profile, do certifications, do a lot of internships and courses which can help you leverage to an industrial standards. So that is one thing. And most of the questions were related to what sort of skills that were required to get a job in DS. So I would say it's these main skill sets that you require. Like for instance, for sure you need to look into this Python. For sure, you need to look into the R, SQL, and Tableau stuffs. So just ramp up your skills, use solid platforms to gain skills. And platforms which are required for data scientists could be you can use Udemy, it is a nice one, and you can use Coursera, for instance. And there is the beautiful product from LinkedIn itself. It is Lynda, Lynda. So these are some of the interesting stuffs that you can always rely on when it comes to platforms that you handle. And some of the questions were data science role. How can we be ready? So in order to make yourself ready for the data science platform, I would say just start with a basic course. Start with a little unpaid course, for example, and then slowly move into the paid courses. So I would say, in my opinion, don't directly jump into the courses which are paid. So you will end up losing a lot of money, and ultimately you will also fail to learn. And there is another question where people ask me about the basic steps to follow. So it is start with basics, start with the basics of mathematics, uh, get yourself into statistics, start solving some of the statistical problems, for instance, and then get your hands on by getting some certifications using Udemy, Coursera, Lynda, or even there is a in-house or indigenous product which is Kuvi from Chennai. So these sorts of things that you can do. And there were questions regarding which is the best tool. Is it R or is it Python? So in my opinion, both are almost the same. I mean, as an industry professional, as a professional who is working in Germany, I have seen a lot of companies using Python of late. But that doesn't mean R is anything mean. So if you are into academics or if you are an academician, it's good to go with R because it is more focused on statistical stuffs. But if you want to do anything other than data science or you want to explore a lot of stuffs, then I would recommend you to go with Python. And there were questions from freshers. So let's say I'm a fresher from civil engineer, I'm a fresher from mechanical, I'm a fresher who is just gonna pass out either this year or next year. What should I do? In this case, I would say start looking for an internship. Just even if it is unpaid, it doesn't matter. Just go grab that opportunity that is available online. You can look for internships anywhere, everywhere. I mean, there are solid platforms that serves a really good number of internships. So take it up as a challenge. And what can Corona situation bring to us? Looking at this particular point of time, to be honest, everybody is uncertain. I mean, literally, people in anywhere, people from India, people from Germany, or no matter where they live, everybody is uncertain at the moment. But I hope we are already into making some positive strides. So we are already into some really good protective measures, which are also strictly followed by a lot of people. And it is so overwhelming to see such things from people. So first of all, I would like to uh, thank all the people who stay indoors and who follow these kind of stringent regulations because you are also helping a lot of other people out there. So yeah, let's get back to the question. So Corona situation, what can it bring? I mean, of course, there will be a decline in economy. Many industries they have already started laying off people, which is kind of horrible to hear, but that is how it is. I mean, you cannot simply escape from the situation. So what else? There is another question, like, is my background important for data science? Listen to me. I mean, to be honest, your background is something that is not so important if you are going to get into data science. Let's take my own story. I'm from an electronics background. I did electronics engineering in my bachelor's, and I again did the same electronics in my master's. So how did I end up in data science? So I was like working for a telecommunications company, like how we have Airtel, BSNL, we have Telefonica here in Germany. So I got an opportunity. I started working in uh, automation testing, and then I got an opportunity to work in a data science team. So I was just asked to help them, and as soon as I started the journey, it was really amazing for me. I mean, like, I was amazed at what people can do with data. And then I was doing some cool stuffs with data. I started picking up courses during my masters. Here in Germany, it is really cool that you can pick up courses as optional studies in your university, and side by side, I was brushing up my data science skills. And I did my internship with data science. And then after that, I did my master thesis as well. Excuse me. So I did my master thesis in data science stuff. And yeah, nothing to worry. I mean, it's not Corona. So it's just I just had my lunch here. It is just 2:30 in Germany here. So yeah, as I said, I did my internship, I did my masters, and then I got a junior data scientist position at Telefonica. So this is how it all started. So that is why I say your background isn't important for data science. So just be proactive, start learning skills, pick up important data science skills, like start working on Python, start working on R language, build your own Git repository. That is very, very important, because your CV isn't gonna fit into any industry. I mean, right now the competition is really high, so you shouldn't be just looking at your CV and improving it. So you need a second CV where you can make use of your GitHub repository as your second CV. So start writing code snippets, be it a Hello World program, for instance, be it anything. It can be anything. So it doesn't matter. So do something, write code snippets, store it on your GitHub repository, and make it your second resume. That is how you can improve as a person, as a techie. And yeah, let's roll back to some of the questions. There were people asking about data science from civil engineering background and mechanical engineering background. I would say anybody can get into this field, so don't worry about where you come from. So let's take another example. I mean, like, uh, I'm pretty sure that you all know the CEO of Google, right? So he's in fact now the CEO of uh, Alphabet, the mother company of Google. So uh, do anyone of you know what background he had? What sort of background he had in his master's or bachelor's? Yes, he was a metallurgical engineer by education. So that is what I wanted to tell you. I mean, a guy who did metallurgical engineering is now leading one of the world's top companies, that is Google. and sorry, alphabet. So if he can do that, why not us? I mean, that's a question that you should put within your head. If somebody from metallurgical engineering can perform really well in industry, then why can't you? So that's the point. And there was a couple of questions from tier 1 college. So someone said, I am from tier 1 college, and they asked us, just a second, let me switch on my camera. Do you see me? Do you guys see me? Do you guys see me? Just a second, I'm getting in a question. I guess you guys will be able to see me in the session right now. Let me just quickly clarify that with the representative from TechTable. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, as I said, there were questions from people who said, I'm from tier 1 university. How can I go about it? It's not about where you study, bro. So I'm sorry to say this. You can be from tier 1, you can be from tier 2, or you can be from anywhere. That doesn't matter. So the thing that matters is how you study and how you perform. So let's take myself. I mean, like I'm from a university down south of Tamil Nadu. Basically, I'm a guy from Tirunelveli. If you have heard that name. So I did a bachelor's in one of the universities close to Erode, and then I had to go to Germany to do my masters, where I did my masters. So I did my masters in Technical University of Munich, which is above par to IITs in India, or equally par to IITs in a way. So it doesn't matter where you come from, whether you come from Tier 1 University of India or one of the top universities in the world. That isn't gonna do anything for your resume. The thing that really matters is the way you perform, the way you handle situations. So that is most important. And yeah, I'll read out a couple of questions again. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, people can also use MATLAB. I mean, like there were a lot of queries coming on regarding MATLAB. Is it a tool that we can use it for data science? Yes, for sure, you can do that. But from another perspective, I would say using Python is actually makes a lot more sense because it is widely used in industries. In just a second. There is a query from Srinjan. He says, Anna University, it is a very strict university. Not the way you look at it, bro. So the thing is, it's up to you how you see things. So if you see it as strict, then what are the factors, what are the parameters that you take into consideration? So these kind of things I'll never entertain during a session. So yeah, and there was another question where a guy asked, shall I go for a master's degree or a PhD degree in data science? Yes, you're spot on. That's how the competition is. So if you have chance, if you have time, and if you have money, go for it. Just go for a master's in data science or go for a PhD. That can later on take you somewhere you can't even imagine. So a degree is always vital. But guys, don't worry. Those who don't have time or money or patience to do a master's degree on top of a bachelor degree which has already dried up your energy, it doesn't matter. So going for a degree is a better way to land in a job, and particularly you can pick a data science course from one of the top institutions from India, let's say take from IITs or list of world rankings, you can always refer to those world rankings. So that is one thing. And another question: do companies continue to fund data science and data scientists after COVID? For sure, for sure, it has to go that way because we as data scientists, I mean, like we work on building data products, artificial intelligence products, machine learning stuffs. So for sure, there is no reason why the company should stop funding a data science unit because that is where all the money is put into at the moment. So right now, there are a lot of research going on data science, machine learning, and AI. So yes, that is another thing. And let me look into another question. So yeah, as I said, Shiva, I guess you logged into the video of late. So for freshers, you can always start doing courses on platforms, various platforms. You can find a lot of platforms. For instance, you can also contact TechTable. Uh, so they'll be able to help you on that as a fresher. Now, as lockdown is going on, how we start from basic? Mohit, there is one thing called Google. So it doesn't matter whether you're locked down or you're roaming freely outside. So Google is always there as a brother and as a family member to everyone. Make use of it. Start learning things. Do some cool stuffs. As I said, start writing code, store it on a GitHub repository, and that's it. Boom. You can use it as a CV, and then that's how you make use of this lockdown. So let's take myself. I mean, like I'm making use of my lockdown time by giving lectures, by transferring the knowledge what I have learned to people like you and so many people from India and Germany. So yeah, another question is scope of Salesforce. To be honest, I am not into Salesforce. I have a fair bit of idea on Salesforce. There is also an inbuilt AI feature called Salesforce Einstein, which is really cool. You can explore that as well. I mean, nothing is restrictive when it comes to data science. So the more you learn, the better your opportunities are. Yes, is big data necessary to learn? It depends. So if you look at data science categories in industries, it's like three levels: data scientists, data engineers, and data analysts or data visualization experts. So if you want to learn big data, of course, for sure you can do that. You can very well learn big data, and you can also ramp up your AWS sales skill sets that can help you land into an AWS expert or data engineering profession. Yes. SQL or Tableau, which is better? Both are completely different. SQL is something that handles with queries where you make the data, where you grab data from the databases, but Tableau is something which visualizes stuffs. As I said, it helps you build products, build ideas, and showcase it to the clients and the customers. So don't mix up, it is different. Mhm. AI is a part of data science, yes. Can a non-CS background earn a master's degree in data science? Yes, you can do that. I am from electronics. I have did a master's, but in the field. But yes, I have seen people who did masters in data science field. So you don't have to worry about CS or non-CS background. All you need to do is prepare your skill sets. Make sure that you're industry ready. Take internships. Do courses. That will help. Yes, that is one thing. And PhD in chemical engineering. Yeah, there was another question, interesting question from a guy who said, my age is 32 right now, and I have close to 10 to 12 years of experience, is it possible to shift to data science? Yes, it is possible. Age isn't a factor for data science, believe me. You can always switch internally. In my opinion, I would say look for a switch internally. That is a safer option. If that doesn't fit, if your industry doesn't have any data science stream, just keep doing on projects as a freelancer. Do something, pile up your GitHub repository, and then that makes you industry ready. So in a way, it helps you get into data science. Yes. Confused. Just a second. I am pursuing MBA. Can I do data science? You can be a good data science manager where you still can do some hands-on work with data science. That is always there. So you can lead a data science team. For instance, data science teams are always high-performing teams across the globes. So you can do that. Yes. Will data science be working on deep learning? Depends, bro. Data science is like it's like an ocean. So for instance, people can do work on algorithms, build models. They can work on AI, artificial intelligence, and ML. Deep learning is also there. So it's up to the industrial needs or up to the products. So it doesn't have to stop at a single point where you get stuck. There are a lot of options, wide open. It is wide open. And there is a question for programmers and non-programmers. As I said, as I already showed, these are all the tools for programmers, and these can help non-programmers. So you can always look up to these tools. The good thing about this particular session is it is recorded live on YouTube, and you can always find this video on TechTable's YouTube channel. You can always log into this video, scroll back and forth, and find this slide. You can always do that. And a lot of people asked about how to switch to data science. In my opinion, I would say look for an option internally. So of course, most of the industries has data science team or data analytics team. So look for an option internally. If you can't switch, try to do projects on your own. Pick up Kaggle projects from online, start solving it, put it in a GitHub repository, and then make use of it as a CV. So that is one thing. And a lot of guys were asking about the future of data science. In my opinion, as a data science professional, I would rate data science stream and blockchain technology as one of the topmost emerging trends in the coming years. So for sure, I expect a lot more to come. So, and particularly when an Indian took over Google, you can see. I mean, you can see the advancements in the coming years. He's really strong. I mean, Sundar Pichai built Google Chrome from the scratch, and I'm expecting a lot from Project X, from Google, and a lot of companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, IBM, Siemens, BMW. They do a lot of cool stuffs, and keep yourself updated. Read a lot of tech blogs, CNN, Tech News, TechCrunch. So there are a lot of resources where you can follow. And again, a lot of questions regarding how to start from scratch. This is the most asked question, I guess. Starting from scratch doesn't mean everything has to be started from scratch. Believe me, I started from scratch, you started from scratch, and now you are listening to this video from various places. So for everything there should be a point, a starting point. So chin up. I mean, feel free, get yourself updated to tech blogs like various tech news. As I said, slowly get into it. Your first step could be, what is data science? That is completely fine. You can do that. Yeah, you can start from what is data science to slowly get to know it. So I wouldn't recommend any paid courses upfront. Just slowly get into it. Just see what is data science, what are the things that can be done, what you can offer, what it can bring to the table. So just start looking around, do some coding, start writing Python scripts, and then apply for internships. Look for internships, even if it is unpaid, go for it. And bingo, once you are set, you can land in a job. So that's how I look at things. And yeah, a couple of other questions. How do data scientists look for a problem? It depends. It depends again. I mean, everybody has their own unique way of looking at a problem. For instance, some guys look in it from an analytical perspective, what we can do, how we can build some things. But some guys are deep down technical, so they write coding right from the word go. So they'll do that. Just a second, I'll off this. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, guys. And then yeah, next questions. Just question. Yes, for learning basic courses, how long will it take? So everybody has their own pace. So in my opinion, I would say varies like 2 to 3 weeks or a month till you reach a point where you feel comfortable. So make use of this pandemic, make use of this corona situation. Everybody is under lockdown. Why not learn new stuffs, learn new skill sets, ramp up your skills, and why not? I mean, you can land land in a data science job in the future, near future. I mean, if not immediately after the corona situation gets over, but for sure you can be a good data scientist in the coming years, probably in 2021 or something like that. Is competitive programming required for data science? In a way, I would say yes, because most of the things run on either Python or scripting, or at least on MATLAB. But yes, there is a scope for non-programmers as well. But I would say start coding, start writing stuffs. That is the only way you can earn a lot of bucks. And there are also questions regarding the packages of data scientist. It is really high. Is it high, or is it really true that guys are getting paid a lot? Yes, it is true. Data scientists are getting paid a lot across the globe, not just India, not just Germany. I am speaking for the globe. It is true that these guys are getting paid a lot. So yes, that's one thing. And what else? What are the things we need to focus when doing EDA? Well, I mean, keep that question away because this is something that so something that I can show it to you is something regarding data science storytelling. I can also tell a bit of insights on that. So in order to present your data, your storytelling skills are also equally important to uh, leverage the industrial needs. So you can always do that. And yes, is Kaggle a good community for data science, or is GitHub better? Kaggle is good, bro. In a way, it gives you industrial problems where you can always take it up and perform better. GitHub is a place, yes, you can always find a lot of beautiful code snippets and beautiful solutions where you can just build on it. So you cannot compare both. Say how to start working in Kaggle. So Kaggle is something. I mean, you just go there, pick up a business problem, look if you are capable enough to do that, and then whatnot. I mean, you can for sure do that. So there's a question from Manan. Considering so many tech giants involved with data science, do you think there is space for startups in the field, as there are a lot of companies like Google and Amazon in the next 5 years? Yes, bro, for sure. There will be a lot of scope for the startups. So everybody, I mean, literally every company has started from a scratch. So like how Elon Musk built an electric car company from nothing out of it. So yes, it is possible, and there is a lot of scope for startups as well. So the better their quality and the better their models and their quality of work, for sure they can be rocking. And yes, banking, finance, healthcare, it doesn't matter. So even if you are from mechanical, banking, finance, pharmaceutical industries, doesn't matter. There are a lot of fields which you can't even think of, small retail shops, retail outlets, and from a even a juice shop can make use of data science. So there is a lot beyond the trademark industries. So just keep your eyes open, learn stuffs, make yourself ready for the industry. Yes, as Prasanna said, for EDA, focus on linear algebra, probability and statistics, optimization, and a little bit of calculus. Thanks, Prasanna, for answering Suswat. And what about the other questions? Sectors that can use data science, machine learning. This can be. I mean, it's a repeat question again. I would say, will online courses help in data science? A question from Karthik. Yes, for sure. I mean, everybody is learning through online, particularly at this moment. So that is possible. I'll list out a couple of platforms where you can learn from. So make sure that you utilize those resources. It's not just about getting a certification. So learn it by heart. Don't just go with certifications. Paper doesn't help you. Masters is a must, as my family cannot support me financially. In a way, it is not a must, but doing masters will give you an edge over the others. So if you imagine 100 people are looking for a job for a particular application, then it's better for the industry. It's good for the industry to shortlist on your education skills. So that is where I said doing a masters will be handy. And yes, okay, cool. And just keep your questions posted to the YouTube link. I'm ready to help. I guess I have answered a lot of your questions, and if there are any particular unanswered questions, in a way you can always ping me, and just make sure that you post your questions here on YouTube link. Data analyst course or financial analyst is better? Both has its own pros and cons, so you cannot simply say that this is better and that is not so better. I would say uh, I'll give data analyst a little bit of edge because it is where you start as a data guy. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, getting an advantage with Python over the years is that is what I told at the beginning. Yes, it is for sure. We can have a lot of Python developers and Python requirements from the industries in the coming years. So make sure that you ramp up your skills in Python. That is going to be crucial. What should we learn in our first job as a data analyst? It is an interesting question from Sanjay. As a data analyst, start with basics, understand the statistics, understand the industrial problem, what you need to solve, and why you need to solve that. Ask these questions: what, why, and so what. So, if there is something, then just go with these three questions in mind. Just look after the solutions, look for solutions, and just kind of relaxed environment. You can always uh, get a lot of understanding into data. Yes, and as a data analyst, you should also have a good SQL skills, and when it comes to visualization, you should be able to build a nice story out of it. So data storytelling is also one important attribute. And related to certification, yes, certification in a paper is worth for nothing. So I would say learn it by heart, start applying your skills in solving some problems, and then that's more of it. What else? If there are any other questions, just keep posting it to the YouTube link. I hope uh, we have come to a point where I have answered a lot of questions from you guys, and thanks again. I mean, like it was a humongous list of questions. So there were like more than 250. Excuse me if I have missed out on any important questions, but yeah, if you have anything left or any questions unanswered, just let me know. You can always reach me on LinkedIn. You can do that, and I'll be able to help you there as well. You can also write TechTable guys. They have a really good solid team who can help you out. So yes, just a second. Any other question? How easy is it to switch between profiles between data science and software engineering? Um, it is easy. One of my colleagues recently switched from the software engineering team to data science team. So the good thing about being in software engineering is you already are into coding. You have coding experience, so that will help you land in a data science job for sure. Software engineer versus data science, which is better? Karthik, as a data guy, I'd for sure go with data science. And I'm sorry to say that, but we have an edge over others, in my opinion. There is a question from Pranay Chaudhary. Difference between data science and data analytics. Data science is where you build models, build algorithms, bro. But data analytics is something where you see the hidden insights from the data. You kind of visualize the data. You tell a story out of it. So yes, these are the differences. Yes, so I guess that's it from my side. Yes, so you can always write me on any of my platforms, social media platforms. So I'll be happy to answer your questions there. And once again, I would like to thank the entire team of TechTable. It's a pleasure for me to I'll be killing my quarantine time in a productive way. So I wish you guys be more productive during these quarantine times. Learn some important skills that are needed for the industries. And yes, do you see robotics booming in other sections? Yes, robotics is booming in every other section. So robotics is always doing better, and coupled with IoT and data analytics, it is gonna rock. So yes, if you are into robotics, you have already chosen a good path. Make sure that you lean onto that path and grab that opportunity and make it count. Mhm. So yes, guys, and I would say that's it from my side. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks again. Deepshik that has a question about SAS certification and CMP. Yes, yeah, I guess SAS is providing a free certification at the moment. Yes, we can go for that. I'm not sure about CMP. I'm sorry. What do you think about bioinformatics? It's a cool field, and particularly after this corona, it will have a lot of scope in the future. So SIF, get ready for a big wave in bioinformatics. I mean, there are solid